Welcome CDL fans to our June 22nd game day, our first game day after the trade deadline. So these teams pretty much stuck with the lineups that they have now going the rest of the way forward, unless there's some unrepairable injury to a certain card. But anyways, that being said, we're about to get this game day underway with the Phoenix Firebirds on the road to take on the Los Angeles Blades. A battle for the first place spot in the Pacific Division, and only 2 points separating these teams in the standings. On the visiting side, we got the Phoenix Firebirds, 6-3-0-1. That's 19 points in the standings. Green Arrow leads the way for them, followed by Kid Custom. At the captain spot, that's Power Pistons, and at 5-point gainer, it's Stock 34. Now to the home side of the field, the Los Angeles Blades, 7 wins, 3 losses. Leading the way for them is going to be Pink Indy Jr. Following him out there is going to be Coldlight. At the captain spot is Greelina, and at 5-point gainer, it is going to be Green Blaze Jr. Both teams set and ready to go. Green Arrow got the shutout against the Blades when they were playing on the hard field, which Phoenix calls home. So, will it be any different on the road? We're about to find out. Game is on. Good gray shot. Both cars again staying up. Match is on. Green Arrow with the good flip. 5-0. The Firebirds in the lead. Green Arrow looking to pick up where he left off here. 5-0 the score. That brings out Coldlight now. Coldlight, more of a defensive style car. But on the defensive right now, Green Arrow doing a pretty good job of it. And 10-0 Phoenix. Could the Firebirds just have the Blades number this year? That's the question. 10-0 the score. It's looking that way. Green Arrow now taking on Greelina. Whoa, that time, bad roll. Bad roll, back to their own sides they go. We have the mesh over here that is still going to be counting as an out of play. Green Arrow headed there anyways, so after the bad collision, still a 10-0 game. And that time, a good collision, a clip shot, but Green Arrow out of play. 10-0, still the score. We'll go at it again. Whoa, both cars able to stay up there somehow. And this time, whoa, way out of play. So, Greelina headed towards the one spot where there ain't no mesh. That would be the side by me. Still a 10-0 game. Is it just delaying the inevitable? At 10-0, Green Arrow going for the win here. Greelina trying to keep the Blades in this one. So they continue to collide. Some good sounding clacks. Switching sides now. Both cars still staying up. Green Arrow, mid-air, spin cycle, able to stay in the game. And this time, Green Arrow has the flip Greelina down. 15-0 the final. Donuts served for dinner. And the Phoenix Firebirds have shut out the LA Blades twice in the 2021 season. Green Arrow 6-0 against the LA Blades. And that's very hard to counter, because when 3 of your guys get taken out by one guy, kind of have issues. So just two game days ago, the same thing happened when Phoenix was at home. I think that was the game they had a lot of shutouts. It was, I think, 5 shutouts out of 12 games. So there were quite a few. Coming up next, it's the last soft field game of the day. There wasn't too many today. The San Diego Lightning on, I was about to say on the road, but they are home against the Nevada Thunder. So Thunder versus Lightning. This again, another rematch. We got a bunch of rubbery games today. A rematch from a couple of game days ago. San Diego on the road against Nevada won 15-5. Now they're home. We'll see if they can get the same kind of result on home field. Nevada looking to even their season series. So another Pacific Division matchup coming up next. Stay tuned. Welcome back, CDL fans. About to get set for the last soft field game of the day. We got the Nevada Thunder on the road, a record of 2 wins, 7 losses, no ties. 1 overtime loss, bringing up the rear in the Pacific Division, where now the Phoenix Firebirds have retaken the lead. And to the home side of the field, the team that's trying to catch up in the standings, 4th place in the Pacific Division. The 4 wins, 4 losses, 1 tie, 1 overtime loss. San Diego Lightning, 15 points on the standings compared to Nevada's mere 7. So, big divisional matchup. Of course, San Diego won the first matchup between these two on the road. Now at home, they'll look to do the same. Nevada on the road looking for a win on the fringes of the Western Conference right now, trying to pick themselves up. Because, of course, it's all downhill from here. Halfway through the season now, so only 10 games left, including this one for them. So let's get a look at the lineups. Monkey leads the way for the Nevada Thunder today, followed by 7 Series at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's Black Lena, and Inferno has the 5-point gainer position. To the home side now, we've got Zap leading the way for the San Diego Lightning, followed by Rocket Power at the middleman spot. To the captain spot, it's Futurama, and El Rey's the car at 5-point gainer for the San Diego Lightning. So here we go, a little Thunder, a little Lightning, and out of play. So the first collision is botched by both cars. Still a scoreless game. We continue. And ooh, that's he's got 2 wheels on, 2 wheels off. Something that never got covered. He is up in the process though. But 2 wheels on the field, 2 wheels off. We'll count it. Good. And that time, out of play goes Zap. Still a scoreless game between these two squads. So continue to go at it, and this time Zap is out of play. Into the mesh. That catches him right there, and back on his own side he'll go. And again, still scoreless, not anymore. Zap gets the flip, 5-0, Lightning in the lead. So that now brings out 7 Series for the visiting side. A smash mouth heavyweight car, able to knock his opponent out of play, but of course you got to get the flip to get those 5 points. Still a 5-0 game. Lightning on top, and the Thunder almost tied it right there. Thunder is shot by 7 Series, and this time 7 Series with a good flip. Got his offensive opponent way off balance. Evens this game up at 5s. That now brings out the defense for San Diego. That right there is Rocket Power. And both cars staying up. Switching sides as a matter of fact. We'll continue. Heavy shot by 7 Series, and 7 Series with a good flip. So the score now 10-5. Nevada in the lead. Looking for the win here on the road. Futurama trying to even things up. 10-5 the score. Futurama getting knocked back. Ooh, stumbling, mumbling, fumbling, able to stay alive. And that time he's going to be down. Can't play the edges as flat. He is indeed down. 15-5. Game is over, and a reversal of fortunes for the Nevada Thunder. 7 Series gets his chance to start on the front line. He's barely gotten that chance this season because earlier in the season he kind of botched his chance. But he gets a second chance here, and he comes through. 15-5 for the visiting squad. The San Diego Lightning falling to the Nevada Thunder at home. And as a matter of fact, I think it was 15-5 San Diego the first time around, so they really truly did split this season series between the two. No one even having the advantage on points. So if there were a tiebreaker between the two, it would go to divisional points game. So anyways, coming up next, we head to the hard field, and for that matter, we head to the Eastern Conference. We got the Atlanta Avengers on the road to take on the Philadelphia Demons. A little Atlantic Division showdown coming up next. Stay tuned. Welcome back, CDL fans. Our next game on tap as we start the second half of this first segment. We've got the 2-6-0-2 Atlanta Avengers on the road, looking to kind of repeat history of what happened just a couple of game days ago when they won 15-5 against the Philadelphia Demons. The Philadelphia Demons, a record of 7 wins and 3 losses. Leaders in the Atlantic Division, last place in the Atlantic Division. You want to talk about how huge of an upset that was when the Avengers got that win over the Demons, but Philly looking for revenge. Let's go on ahead and get a look at the lineups. Monkey Ball leads the way for the visiting Atlanta Avengers, followed by Mika, At the captain spot, it's going to be Solar Reflex, and at 5-point gainer is Red Drager for the Avengers. To the home side of the field, we got the Philadelphia Demons. Silver Melina leads the way for him, followed by Hammer Jr. at the middleman spot. To the captain spot is Red Spectite. And at 5-point gainer, it's going to be High Tech. So both teams set and ready to go for this one. It's Matt Geyser versus Shane Geyser. Father versus son. Gotta love these kind of battles between these two. Here we go. First flip of the game, it's Silver Melina taking down Monkey Ball, 5-0 Philly on top to start things off. Mika now out there for the Avengers. Both cars are down, 10-5 the score. We are getting quick flips here in this one, a lot of offense. And now here comes an offensive specialist here. That would be Hammer Jr. looking for the win here. His team up 10-5. Solar Reflex trying to even things up for the Avengers. Able to stay up there. Better known for his defensive capabilities. But the hard field really did not lend itself to that. Look at that. Good flip by Solar Reflex. Outlasts Hammer there. We are tied at 10. Hammer Jr. down. Enter Red Spectite for the Demons. And a quick flip right there. So, not known for his flipping ability, but then again, yeah, he sort of is. Better known for his defense, Red Spectite is. 15-10, Philly in the lead, looking for the win. One flip away from getting it. And on the visited side, we have Red Drager trying to force overtime. And not going to happen. 15-10 going to be the final. And the Philadelphia Demons get a little bit of revenge here. So they even the season series with Atlanta, but on points, Atlanta actually has the advantage because they won 15-5. Philly winning 15-10 here. But it's still a big win for Atlanta, for Philadelphia, as they move up to 8 wins and 3 losses, and a tough one for Atlanta as they now fall to 2-7-0-2. So you're going to see time start running out for some of these teams at the bottom of the standings. In Atlanta, they're as low as you can go in the East. Last place in the East, and that will hold through the end of this game day. So, coming up next, it's the quote-unquote main event of our first segment. And when these two teams just met a couple of game days ago, it was a fun game. As a matter of fact, they played to a perfect draw. 15-15 was the final. There was no winner. Will there be one today? We're about to find out. The Gowanda Outlaws. You know, Buffalo, New York's other team. The team that's 45 minutes south of the city of Buffalo. Well, it depends on how badly you're breaking the speed limit. But anyways, they are on the road against the Montreal Saints. That game is coming up next. Stay tuned. Alright, CDL fans, we are back and we are ready for the finale of our first segment. Now, if you're wondering if you're a potential future team owner interested in joining the league, there are 12 teams available to be picked, basically, and you can own up to 2 teams as a team owner. So far, you've seen 2 of them in action today, the Nevada Thunder and the San Diego Lightning. You saw them go head-to-head. You're about to see another one of them take the field now. The visiting Gowanda Outlaws. They are hitting the field today with a record of 7 wins, 2 losses, and 1 tie. No overtime losses. 23 points in total. 3rd place in the Eastern Conference, and trying to dig that first place spot in the Northeast Division, in the conference for that matter. Of course, first place right now is another league op team, the New York Empire. Leading the way for them today is going to be Reptile, followed by Hammer at the middleman spot. That would be Hammer Sr., for those of you who might get confused about Hammer Jr., who you just saw for the Philadelphia Demons. At the captain spot, that's Black Spinebuster, and at 5-point gainer is Demon 4. To the home side, we got the Montreal Saints. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year, but this year, less impressive so far. Last place in the Northeast Division with 3 wins, 4 loss, 1 tie, and 2 overtime loss record. 13 points in total, and currently in a 3-way tie for 8th place in the Eastern Conference, with Buffalo and Puerto Rico as matters of fact, but they are kind of at the lacking edge of that, sitting in 10th on tiebreaker right now. Leading the way for them today is going to be 24 Hours, followed by 46 Junior at the middleman spot. to the captain spot, it's Padawan, and that 5-point gainer, it's Black Bullet 1. So both teams set and ready to go for this one. As Black Bullet 1 being at the 5-point gainer position. I'd say that's not a spot that he's used to, but then again, this is kind of last year's front three for Montreal, so maybe the strategy reverting back to what last year's strategy would have been for them. We'll see if it works. Gowanda, better team on paper right now. We'll see what happens. Can they get it done on the road? They tied in their first meeting and out of play those 24 hours. So going out of play, that's going to save Reptile. He's still in this game, still scoreless. And almost a flip there. Both cars able to save in a gray shot. It was a bad roll. They happen. Bad rolls do happen from time to time. So, both cars back to their own side after the out of play. Still a scoreless game. And oh, what a move by 24 hours. Good defensive skill to stay up. As these two continue to go at it and staying in play there. Just barely keeping two wheels on the field. And now this time we have our first flip of the game, Gowanda in the lead. Gowanda is a league out team. Montreal, owned by Lila Geyser. Coming out for Lila's team here is 46 Junior. Whoa, out of play he goes. He was definitely into the mesh and no contact there at all. So a bad roll, they'll re-go at it. 5-0 still to score. Gowanda in the lead. Both cars down there, 10-5. Outlaws on top now. And it's going to be Hammer looking for the win. Padawan trying to even things up for Montreal. Almost went down there. On the soft field, they did so well. Now they tied it up. So now, on the hard field, Montreal has evened this game up at 10. Padawan now taking on Black Spinebuster. And both cars somehow able to stay up. Hard shot, and this time Black Spinebuster down. Padawan gives Montreal the lead. 15-10 the score. Saints now looking to put this game away. Out there is Demon 4, trying to force overtime. Padawan trying to get the win. Out of play goes Demon 4. Out of play there. Still a 15-10 game. Montreal in the lead and looking for the win here. Game on the line for the Gowanda Outlaws right now, and whoa, out of play goes Demon 4 yet again. Defensive cars, like Demon 4, they can be very frustrating to take down. They can kind of really take it out of another car. They can just outlast by getting the out of plays, getting those second chances. And look at that, a good flip for Demon 4 that time. Padawan down, and folks, we're heading into overtime, as Rick Jenneret would say. All tied at 15 for the second time between these two teams. It's going to be Black Bullet 1, though, for the Montreal Saints this time. And it's going to be Demon 4 for the Gowanda Outlaws here. Tied at 15 here. They go in OT. Both cars stay up. Can't remember who it was the last time. Whoop, that time we had a bad roll. Didn't get a launch. That was avoided. Collision, they go at it again. Can't remember who it was last time when these two teams went to overtime. I have to look it up. Short-term memory loss, I guess. I don't know. But out of play there went Demon 4. We are still in OT. And that time in interference, he made contact with his teammates there. The interference against them is going to save Black Bullet 1 and keep them in this game. Still tied at 15. Not make contact with any of the cars, either your opponents or yourself, and this time both Black Bullet 1 and Demon 4 are down. The game is over. 15-15 the final, and for the second time in 2021, the Gowanda Outlaws and the Montreal Saints have played to a 15-15 draw. You can't get more closely matched than these two teams, I guess. But it's just fantastic stuff, man. As a matter of fact, I think 2 points right now. That puts them to 25 points, the Outlaws. It's going to tie them with the New York Empire for the lead in the Northeast Division. But here's the thing. New York's still going to have that tiebreaker because their points come off of wins and not ties. So that's where Gowanda's going to come up second best there. But the New York Empire are playing the Boston Vandals later, and maybe they'll just get 3 points by beating Boston later. We'll have to see. Both those teams, by the way, are league operated as well. So, just in case anyone's wondering. But coming up next is going to be the second segment. We got Jim Hull Senior's 2 teams going at it. The San Antonio Defenders. They started the season 0-8. They're now 2-8 and going for their 3rd straight win. They're home against the Chicago Wind Attack. Jim Hull Senior's 2 teams. At the second game up, we got Brandon Kuma and his Tampa Bay Gators, defending world champs. They'll be looking to get some revenge on the Washington Patriots, who just beat them 15-0 a couple of game days ago. Matter of fact, last week, right, a week ago, is when that happened. Yes, it is, a week ago. Then we got the Buffalo Warriors on the road against the San Francisco Shinobis. So Buffalo, another league-operated team. San Francisco, Lila Geyser's other team. And then we got Alex Johnson's Puerto Rico players on the road to take on the league-operated Denver Mustangs. So that's all coming up in the second segment. Going to be uploaded soon. Just be on the lookout for it. Until then, I don't know, watch some TV, get something to eat. Up to you what you do, I don't know. But yeah, we'll be back. Peace.